Okay, well, I just acquired this beautiful Montgomery Ward machine from shopgoodwill.com, and I got it for an amazing $4.99. And then with shipping and handling, it was like $23. So, was it a worthwhile investment? Well, let's find out. This is the model UHT 1900B. It actually came with the manual, which a lot of times you'll get these from Goodwill and they won't have the manual, so you kind of have to wing it, but what's nice is I have the manual. So I looked through it and it's pretty basic, this machine. One of the first things that I do when I acquire a machine like that is check for any damage to it. There's no damage to this machine. It just is all pretty pristine. The free arm comes off very easily. And came with the foot pedal. The only thing it didn't come with it was any presser feet, which is not unusual. And some of the things that I want to make sure that I have on hand in order to do the maintenance for this machine, because I don't know how long it's been since it's been used. This is a 1960s, late 60s model. Early 70s. I have to do the research on the actual year, but I can guarantee that it needs machine oil. I can guarantee you that the gear grease in it needs to be replaced, and the old gear grease has to go. New gear grease is going to go in it. And then if I have any really stubborn parts that just don't want to give up the ghost, so to speak, or to actually cooperate, there is a dry lubricant. The reason why you want to use dry lubricant on these older machines is because they are predominantly metal. There's very little plastic on this machine. None of your inner workings are plastic. The only thing plastic inside is these pieces that hold the bobbin casing in place. This is a class 15 sewing machine, so it uses class 15 bobbin. This is all intact, which makes me happy. So one of the first things I like to do, right or wrong, and what's this one, to turn it on, I love the door that opens up. The door opens up. This is your on and off switch. Now I haven't tested to see if it'll run with the light off. Technically it does. I put it on. Yeah. Either way. So this one you plug it in, and it's basically on, even with the light off. Now, you heard that noise, right? That's coming from the motor in the back. So I know I need to address that. So I usually try to turn it on and then see what sound it makes. Well, that means that engine, or that motor rather, is struggling for whatever reason. And that could be because of a couple different reasons. Could be the belt's too tight. It's totally bone dry and nothing can really move on its own. Now you can start it off by using your dry lubricant and then go to sewing machine oil. I only use this when I have something that's stuck, and I will spray this into that stuck joint or wherever inside and let it sit overnight and let it do its work. This will not corrode the metal inside. That's why you want to use a dry lubricant. You do not want to use a can of canned air. Canned air has moisture in it. Moisture will cause rust in these machines. You don't want that. This will not cause any rust if you use this, if you have to use it. So, with that in mind, hearing that sound, I took the two screws out of the top. Take the top off. There's two screws. One here and one here. Took those two screws out. I put them in the front of this bottom tray that came with the carrying cases. Actually came with a really nice carrying case. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it around so that I can see that motor on the back. Now keep in mind also, these are really heavy machines. This thing must weigh about 30 pounds. And if I can't turn it around this way, I'm just going to lift it up and flip it. So I think I'm just going to lift it and flip it. because the screws are in there, in the tray where they're supposed to be. So I'm going to pick it up and turn it. Oh, look. Like I said, 30 pounds, easily. Okay. So this is the back side. And here's your motor. So when I hit that pedal, it does this. You notice the hand wheel doesn't move. Hand wheel's not moving either. So I'm going to try to coax it. I'm going to hit this and it wants to move, but it's not. So that tells me this sucker is bone dry, bone dry. The motor is very loud as well. So what I want to do is double check in the venting on this motor. You can kind of see the vents here. There's vents here and there's vents on the opposite side. And I'm just going to see with my little headlamp if there's anything being obstructive in there or not. I do not see any issues of dust or debris inside there at all. It looks pretty clean. So the next thing I have to look at is the belt. Now the belt is right here. And if you look at this belt, it really looks like it's in pretty good shape. I mean, I don't see any major issues with it. I mean, the teeth look good. They don't look worn down. So it's a matter of, I'm going to say, the mechanism inside. In here, you can see you don't see real evidence that it's been oiled anytime soon. So, and then you have the main gear here. Let me do this way. If I turn this a little bit, you'll see there's not very much grease on that gear. There's a little bit on that one spot. You can see it right there. Now that's the old white grease they used to use. That's why I use the Tri-Flow synthetic grease. So I will take I'll probably take a small screwdriver. I don't even use the Q-tips on the inside of here to take the old grease off. Why? Because Q-tips leave fibers. You don't want fibers in your gears to mess it up. So what I'm going to do for right now is I'm going to put some drops of oil at key parts of inside the machine and see if it helps that motor sound any better, helps this hand wheel move any better. So let's grab the oil. And I love this kind of oil because it has a telescoping wand. It telescopes out. So what I'm going to do is look inside to anywhere where you have metal on metal and put one drop. So let me see if I can show you all this without too much trouble. Okay. I put a drop here. And here, where that hand wheel turns, I'm going to put a drop there. One drop there. And where else? Let's see. Right here where the main shaft goes in, towards the needle. I'm just going to put it there for right now. Now the manual does show you for this machine the different spots where you want to put oil. And I'm going to hand turn this as if I was sitting in front of it. You always want to turn the wheel towards yourself, but since I'm standing at the back of it, I'm turning it away from myself, which is the proper direction. And this piece right here, you want to have a drop of oil on either side of it. So let's do that real quick. Let's see. One drop there. You don't want more than a drop because too much oil, it'll stain anything that you go to actually stitch. So let's turn that again. And let's see. It's already feeling looser to me. You want that to get in there good and actually lubricate it well. Because this thing is bone dry. And the other spot that I'm going to show you, anytime you should see a spot where metal touches metal. Gears are typically plastic unless you get a really old machine that has metal gears. But metal on metal always requires the oil. So this horseshoe shaped piece, if I turn this, you'll see that turn there. You want that to be oiled a little bit. And you want a little drop of oil here, and you want one there. I apologize for moving the camera around, but I don't have an overhead way of holding the camera up so you can see it as I'm putting it down in here. I do apologize for that. Okay. There's very few places that you need it. The only other place that I will put it is in the actual needle area on the other end. But right now I want to see if this is helping that motor work better. It does seem like it's better lubricated. Let's see. Let's try this. See what happens. Still loud, isn't it? It could need new brushes in the motor itself. And there actually is a spot here. Just outside the motor there. That might be part of the problem. So we'll see if that doesn't help. Ah! So that did help. That little spot in there, that little metal wheel there, where it's actually metal to metal, which I just kind of guessed at it. I thought, well, let me put a little drop right there. Just a little drop. Let's see. Come on. Sometimes it takes a little while for it to do its thing. Let's see, what is in here? Alright, come on, baby. Come on. Come on, Pumpkin. Takes a little bit. Yeah. There we go. Sometimes you just gotta give a little love. Now it's not making that clanging noise. Now it's running nice and quiet. For $5 and $19 in shipping and handling, can't beat that. Listen to that baby purr.